Welcome back to the Neon Press. I'm your host, Johan. Today we'll talk about how to get rich on play-to-earn games. How is play-to-earn disrupting traditional gaming? Dolphin Entertainment to produce TV shows, games, music with Flower Girls ethereum NFTs. And the headline for today, Square Enix enters the Sandbox ethereum metaverse with Dungeon Siege. So first up, we're going to talk about how to get rich on play-to-earn games. This article takes a retrospective look into previous play-to-earn games that started. Games such as CryptoKitties and Decentraland, which allowed players to monetize their in-game efforts in a number of ways, such as breeding rare and sought-after CryptoKitties or swapping beautiful parcels of land in Decentraland. The blockchain industry already has over 3.2 billion gamers already active in the market. 3.2 billion. Let that number sink in. But the article talks about current play-to-earn games. The article talks about play-to-earn games rewarding skilled players, but most of the skilled players are still on Web 2.0. They're on services such as Twitch or YouTube, and they also make money through tournaments as well. When we see more mass adoption from these mainstream Twitch or YouTube streamers, then a percentage of their audience will surely follow. But this article goes on to talk about Axie Infinity. We've already discussed Axie Infinity in length in this previous video, but if you haven't seen that yet, you can check that out right here. But this article goes on to talk about Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity can earn you money depending on how skilled you are. It is a turn-based combat game, similar to Pokemon. In Axie Infinity, if you win the games you play, you will be rewarded with in-game coins. The in-game currency of the game can then be converted to the Layer 1 coin it is built upon, and then converted into the fiat currency of your choice. We've already seen Binance's stance on the Russian turmoil. They're welcoming anyone. Again, reiterating the fact that I want to urge everyone to be extremely cautious with who you're interacting with on decentralized applications such as Decentraland or the Sandbox. But the article goes on to discuss that there are many play-to-earn games currently. If you check out DApp Radar, you can see how many there are. You can also see things like the company's TVL and trading volume for that day or week. But this article is talking about Ludo and how it is connecting the right gamers with the right games. It is developing a multi-chain platform with an emphasis on usability and creator-centric approaches. Ultimately, its goal is to steer players to the games that will give them the best earning opportunities. While this sounds all good, it doesn't necessarily lead to games that are extremely entertaining. In my previous video where we discussed how over $1 billion was invested into play-to-earn games in just the single month of January, we also discussed how earning less and playing more can lead to better games. You can check out that video right here. But if you want the condensed version, basically it means with more and more play-to-earn games coming into the scene, gamers will begin to require more quality, with companies such as Microsoft having extreme interest in the Metaverse, and Bandai-Namco already funding their own. These quality-type games are already on their way. When they arrive, I think they are going to heavily disrupt the market. The trading volume for other games might be plummeting during these periods, and it might be indefinite. See, with companies like Microsoft, I have a feeling that they're going to enter into the Metaverse, and they're not going to leave. This means that all of their games moving forward might be released onto the blockchain of some sort. Ethereum, AVAX, Phantom, I don't know yet. But with that in mind, I think the free-to-play model by Axie Infinity is brilliant. Most games require a few $100 investment in order to play the game. This investment can only earn you so much, a percentage. Before Axie Infinity's free-to-play model, it was around $200 to $300 to play the game, with most traditional games costing only $60. It's a hard sell. You have to find the perfect fusion of investor/gamer. But with the free-to-play model, they are welcoming everyone. But if getting connected with the highest earning game currently is interesting to you, then go ahead and check out the links down in the description. This next article talks about how is play-to-earn disrupting traditional gaming. This article goes on to talk about Axie Infinity again. It just goes to prove the point of how important it is. It is possibly going to be one of the most influential games of our time, providing life-altering incomes to people that do not know more than a few US dollars a month, can start earning a few US dollars a day. To dumb it down, that's 30xing their income by playing a game that doesn't require putting their own body or their family in any danger. Are we going to see a complete stop of video game consoles and PC games? No. It will become a market share. How much of it will come to dominate the gaming industry, we don't know yet. But understanding that traditional games only make money when they sell the game. They have no in-game economy built in. Games like World of Warcraft have their own built-in economy, but most games do not. And since games like Axie Infinity now exist, players can play that instead of traditional games and start earning in-game assets. In-game assets such as their coin, Simple Love Potion or SLP, or you can breed more Axie Infinities and sell them as NFTs. Either way, there's more than one way to earn money while playing Axie Infinity. But is it the end of Nintendo? I don't think so. Next up, we're going to talk about Dolphin Entertainment to produce TV shows, games, music with Flower Girls ethereum NFTs. They talk about children's film and television company Dolphin Entertainment is partnering with an ethereum NFT collection, Flower Girls. They are going to make scripted and unscripted television series, books, games, music, events, and merchandise inspired by the NFT collection. Dolphin Entertainment is assembling the entertainment industry's only independent collection of A-list marketing companies, a family of service providers that, by sharing expertise, relationships, insights, and expertise, can not only execute the largest of ideas and provide clients with a unique array of services, but also support Dolphin's own development slate of movies, television, digital programming, live events, and other intellectual property, thereby maximizing their chances of success and optimizing profitability. The NFT collection Flower Girls was designed by female artist Varvara Alay. They are a Renaissance-style portrait of a young woman. Now, I'm not sure who Varvara is, but creating so much from a single NFT collection seems a little ludicrous. That combined with the About Us on Dolphin Entertainment's webpage is a little concerning. Projects like this can be spun negatively very easily on mainstream media sources. They will see this as an obvious cash grab by another artist. However, I think it's important to wait for some of these products to become available. If they are good, then the industry will tell us through the numbers. We're going to be talking about Square Enix entering the Sandbox ethereum metaverse with Dungeon Siege. You may know Square Enix from titles such as Final Fantasy. This article talks about how Square Enix will be bringing the Dungeon Siege fantasy role-playing game IP into the sandbox in multiple ways, including with an interactive experience on Square Enix's owned land in the shared online world. The publisher also will make Dungeon Siege characters and assets available for players to use within the sandbox's game-making tools. Dungeon Siege originally launched in 2002, and the last entry was released in 2011. The franchise sold over 1.7 million to date, although like I mentioned, it is not their most popular game. Final Fantasy is. This follows suit after Ubisoft's recent announcement to bring the long-lasting Rabbids franchise to the sandbox. This article goes on to discuss that Square Enix is just now entering into the sandbox, but they've been an original investor since 2020, where they led a $2 million investment round. However, they do mention that it is owned by the leading metaverse investor, Animoca Brands. Animoca Brands seems to be acquiring quite a few IPs, so I would keep an eye on them. Now, of course, in the sandbox, you can buy land and NFTs, but it has been racking up prominent partners such as Snoop Dogg, Ubisoft, and The Walking Dead. The game has yet to be fully released to the public yet. The Sandbox is launching an open alpha test on March 3rd that runs through the end of the month and lets players try a free sample of the game world. So we are seeing that not only Ubisoft, but now Square Enix, both of these companies have announced their interest in the metaverse and creating NFTs. They want to start creating and releasing games that you can sell, but they also have their own in-game economy. For now, they're releasing one of their old IPs into the sandbox. This will hopefully bring interest into the company again. What they decide to do with the Final Fantasy franchise, though, I'm not sure yet. So if you want to stay up to date, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and smash that like button. I'll see you on the blockchain, my friend. Stay safe.